Okay. So, unalived crows, okay? It's actually a very good sign. You can look it up, but I seen one this morning, and it was like to the entrance of where we live, and it was on the side of the road, and it basically means a lot of things, right? But the main thing that stuck out for me for this collective is the end of not so fun things, like bad things, bad events, unfortunate events. If you have been through a lot, whether that be on a physical level or a mental level, things that people can't really see that you're going through mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, shadow work, just through the trenches. That is the end of that. And it's marking a period of all things new, all things being made new. It's like a new era. And it's funny because I posted a message the other day around all things being made new. And that's literally the symbolism around this. You're quite literally stepping into a time, if you're aligned with this message and you feel the turning point, you feel the shift, you feel the good coming in, right? It's because you've truly started to allow the good to come in. Another confirmation for some of you guys might be like seeing ancient places, like places that have a lot of ancient history, like locations in the world, like not just in America, but in other world, like seeing maybe things on the TV coming up about it or on your For You page, like ancient, really cool locations, right? That have so much, like the history goes back hundreds of thousands of years. It's because you've stepped into this creator role. You finally accepted this creator role, and this creator role is like an energy here of, one, you're able to stay in the present moment more than you ever have. Like you're really implementing the power of now, right? Because even a second ago doesn't exist, and in a minute from now doesn't exist, right? There's a lot of present moment energy available. There's so much expansive energy, and I think Jupiter is in the mix of things right now as well. So that's like expansion as well, growth and expansion. There's a lot of good sparkling energy right now for you to tap into, especially when you're able to stay in the present moment. And you've also accepted that you are going to create this reality into a beautiful thing. And you've moved here out of survival mindset or survival mode or masculine energy and into divine feminine energy. You've moved into a receiving place, right? Work in the reverse, military operation, tunnel underground, and then contract paperwork. I'm not saying that you're signing anything. It's just like, it's metaphoric. It's spiritual. It's like deciding to start a spiritual contract in something new where you're doing things with ease. And it's not like you're not being so hard on yourself. You're not like being a drill sergeant to yourself in your mind, right? You're not operating out of a place of stress. You're operating out of a place of trust and peace now, which is the bridge that is connecting tunnel underground, which is like actually a bridge, you into this new, like, but it's not a real contract, okay? It's like a metaphysical, metaphorical, spiritual contract where you're doing things out of ease, not out of stress, out of enjoyment. And it's a very beautiful time for those of you all that have decided, and you're like moving into receiving mode. So like you've accepted that you're a good person. You've accepted that you deserve good things, despite whatever energy was trying to make you feel like the spiritual warfare was trying to make you feel the opposite. And then once you face that, it's like your team had to bring you down on a frequency for you to be able to see through the illusion and see through the bullshit and all of the lies that you were telling yourself that was keeping you in a control paradigm where you had to do all of this in order to have people, places, things in your life. No, you don't. The divine taught you your worth, and you can just kind of fall back into this receiving mode and this massive trust that your spirit team, Source Love Energy, has always got you as long as you're here, right? And then there's retrieve. There's just this ease and almost like you just permission to really, truly, fully enjoy your life now, like all the way. And then now you're coming back up out of that place, but you had to be brought back down to that vibrational place so you could see through the darkness, you could see through the adversarial entities. But you can't see it when you're in a high vibrational place. You have to be like, it feels like you have to be parallel to it. So you went through the shadow work, and while you're going through the shadow work, you are in a lower frequency. You just are. You're looking at really painful things or hard things or hurtful things. And on that frequency, you were able to see straight through it. It was your ability to be able to see in the dark. Now you've got that night vision, and you're being brought back up by the divine into the place you like to be at, that higher vibrational place. Okay. Yeah, this is not your normal affair, cheating, routine, habit, typical. So something that is not your normal, right? Like you had been used to doing things a certain way for so long here, and you're like cheating on your routine, but in the best way. Like, you know how they say, like, if you want to switch things up, if you want something different in your life, you have to start doing things different, even if that's driving a different way to work, right? And you're doing things completely different. You're cheating on the way that you've always done things, right? Maybe you were doing things because it's like, oh my God, like I got to do A, B, and C in order to have A, B, and C. So you're like operating out of this stress and like burning all this cortisol, and like now you're not doing that. And that came from that learned behavior from the unhealed energies, paradigms, people, places, and things that you were once aligned with. And I've got that song, Pattern Repetition Burial. This could be an energy that you're picking up on outside of you, but I'm hearing that song. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. I'd sign this rhyme to all I know. Watch the pendulum swing. I tried so hard and got so far. At the end, it doesn't even matter. There's somebody here that you are aware of that is trying to do all of these things that takes one to know one, right? It's like, but they're putting and exerting all this energy and effort in order to seek the approval of outside things, external validation. And then they get there, they get to that goal, unachievable expectations, and it never even really mattered. And you're picking up on this. Like, you're picking up on maybe it's an external energy or energy you've already moved through. There's some sort of repeating pattern that you are picking up over and over and over and over and over again. And then burial, right? You're ending that cycle, right? Like, you kept seeing this pattern repeat in your life over and over and over again. And you've seen it. So it was so obvious to you. And it was like your team kept showing it to you over and over and over again, so you would break it once and for all. So you would stop no matter what society in the world would tell you what to do or decide for you. You had to follow your heart, your internal guidance, your consciousness within this truly, and put it to rest for good. And now you're not seeing that repeating pattern anymore in your life. And all things are being made new. Everything is different here. You're doing things in a completely brand new way, so you're attracting all brand new things as well. That is the end of that repeating, revolving, really dark cycle that impacted you for however long in your life. And now it is all things new, all things good, because you have found peace, and you're not going to invite cycles back in unless they're radiating peace. I love you. I'm proud of you.